Hello, everyone. I welcome you back to the Wise Builder. Hello. Thank you very much. This is the Wise Builder. This is the Lakwa Guradini. Thank you for tuning to this channel. If you're new, you're welcome. If you're returning, thank you. I say hello to everyone. This night, I'm going to do a topic titled How to Spice Up Your Marriage. I got a question from a gentleman that wanted to know how to spice up the marriage aside from sex. True, it's not only sex that spices up a marriage. A marriage without love and a lot of things, no matter how much the partners engage in sex, the marriage is going to fade out. So I'm going to speak to us about 12, 13 points this night. The first one, I want you to understand that your wife is a woman. A wife is a woman, and a woman's definition is simply is the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh, for she's taken out of a man. That's in Genesis 2:23. That's the simple definition of a woman. Anything outside of that is just we're going round circle. For she's taken out of a man, so that means she's delicate, she's interesting, she's a raw product. She's taken out of a man. In the book of Revelation 2, Jesus Christ was talking and comparing himself as the groom, and he commands the church, his bride, to stay committed because they are falling out of love out of a long time. So it shows to us that it's possible for people to fall out of love. Even Christ was comparing himself as the head, as the groom, and he says that people, which we as the church, are falling out of love. So one of the best things that you have to do to keep the flame up in your marriage is pursue a selfless love. What does that mean? It means be willing to make sacrifices for your wife. Be proactive about looking for where you can serve her. Don't demand her to submit to you. You know, Ephesians 5:21 was talking about submitting one another. You know, once you submit to one another, the husband submits to the wife submits to the other. Then in verse 22, it says, women, wives, now submit to your husband. When you respect and you show a selfless love to your wife, she's going to submit unto you. The second point is communication. Please ensure that you keep your marriage up with communication. Know your wife. Don't let her start listening to the deceiver like Eve did. Communicate with her. Try to find out what is going on in her world every day, whatever she do, when she goes to work, when she comes back. You know, just talk about any rubbish, talk about anything. Just try to know who she is. Once you're talking to her, you know, she has a deep sense of love and respect for you because you want to know who she is. She shares her dream with you, and then she lets out her fears and her vulnerabilities. You're able to know everything. The third point rather, is strive to treat your wife like a queen and celebrate her. Gone were those days that you think your wife is your slave. Your wife is the bone of your bone. Your beauty, your glory is seen in the woman. As Christ is the head of the church, you are the head of the home. So everything about your wife, you know, belongs to you. So you have to showcase her, you know, celebrate her within people, honor her, let her know that you care for her. Don't withhold your time, affection, and everything from her. Give her everything. Everything about you belongs to her. You know, anything you want. When you were praying and you asked God for a wife, you wanted somebody that you are going to take care of, that you're going to celebrate, somebody that is a mini you, that you go out and you say, you know, you may just be dressed in jeans, but she dressed in the best of best because she's your beauty. You know, and the fourth point is lead on financial responsibility. Take the lead. Don't leave financial responsibility to your wife. Don't burden her. You know, try as much as possible. If nothing, pay the school fees for your children and pay your house rent. Yeah, I understand there are issues and situations nowadays that you might be out of work or unable to fend for the family. These issues are there, but once you are such that you've shown a selfless love to your wife, once the bad time comes, she will respect you and she will take. Remember, she's your helpmate. That's the time she comes up and then she does the things she needs to do for you. So please, I implore you, make sure you take financial responsibility. Pray to God, and I know a godly woman will support you even during that time. The fifth one is help your wife and the children with the chores. help your wife. When you come back home, you work 6 to 5, she works 6 to 5, and you come back and you're sitting and you're watching TV. It's not really nice. Help her with the chores. Sometimes it's taking care of the children, sometimes it's cooking, sometimes it's washing up, whatever you're good at doing. Just let her know that you are doing one, she's doing the other. You're proactive. Then a woman will know you genuinely love her. But women don't like it when we are doing the thing. We get tired. A woman starts saying, oh, he's using me as a slave. And truly, she's not your slave. She's your bone of bone. She's your helpmate. So try as much as possible to help her, with the kids, change the diapers, throw the bin, just one or two things. You can say to her, dear, I'm tired, honey, I'm tired, but what do you want me to help you with? A woman will tell you, don't worry, but first asking. Sometimes my husband is tired and he comes home and he's like, oh, he's watching his TV, and he'll be shouting, dear, you want me to do anything? Obviously, I know it's I'm like, don't worry, I'm okay. I'm okay. Just call me. The thought of shouting out to me, I know his heart is with me. Even though I know sometimes, men get lazy and tired, but, it's just about you showing that affection. So help her with the chores. The sixth one is train your children well. Have time for them. Don't bother them. Let your children know you as their father, not a runaway father or traveling father. Just give time to your wife, give time to your children, help them with their school homework, find out what is going on. Don't leave it to your children and to their mother alone to say to them all these things. Put pressure on the wife, and it does not spice up the home. One of the things that spice up the home is when the children are in reference of you, they respect you, they know their father is not a bully, but is approachable, they can speak to you. So train them well and have time for them. The seventh point I'm going to mention this night is give your wife freedom to be who she is and accept her for who she is. Stop comparing your wife with another woman. Every woman is not a talkative. Every woman is not a fashion. What I'm doing, some women cannot do it. What I cannot do, some women can do better than me. We are unique to ourselves, so that's why accept her for who she is, know what she's vulnerable of, know what her fears is. Try to help her, encourage her to make use of her talent, to know who she is. Let her express herself. Sit her down. What do you like doing? If she's a housewife, tell her what are the things you want to pursue. What career will you want to pursue? What are the things that you would love to do? And once you encourage her like that, she'll be able to come out of her closet to tell you. She may be cooking. She knows how to cook. Open a canteen for her. Let her do things that will bring money. Your wife is. The eighth point is confront and overcome sinful behaviors. Most men don't like to take responsibilities. Most times you have done something wrong. To lead in a home, you have to let your wife respect you. When you make a wrong decision, it doesn't need to be adultery most of the time. It could be a wrong financial decision. If you make a wrong financial decision, please apologize. It's not a weakness for you to say, I'm sorry, I got it wrong. Every one of us do make mistakes. A woman will rather respect you than you covering up. And most men do this mistake. We make this mistake because we try to cover up and we just say, what? And we change our attitude and we change our face. A woman will not respect you that way. But if you take responsibility and you just say to her, I'm really sorry, I made the wrong financial decision, I should have listened to you, you were right. That's a very difficult thing for men to say. But when you say that, that is very, very helpful. Give her freedom, like I said, to express who she is. And when you've done something bad, for her to be able to say, you've done something bad, and you correct her. The ninth point is have a good mentor. Please look for couple that their relationship is inspiring and let them mentor you. You don't necessarily need to approach them if you're not comfortable, but look for a family that they are God-fearing, they are doing things right. Approach the wife if you're a woman, approach the husband if you're a man. Make her your uncle, make her your friend. Learn good things from them, because sometimes what we grow up with, the example we have seen, in a way affects our ways of doing things. Most of us follow the way our fathers have done, Both of us follows what we have seen as we're growing up. And this might not be a right example. We're in the 21st century, for crying out loud. So please try and see people that can mentor you, that can teach you the right thing. And once you follow these people, you get it right, you know. And then when you have little itch, you'll be able to run to them, even on the one-to-one, without your wife knowing, to say, I made the wrong financial decision. How do I approach my wife? How do I placate her? How do I do things that things doesn't go wrong? So these are things you have to do. The 10th point is please, small gestures. Put reminder, flowers, show up at our workplace. I gave an example earlier on, and I used to work lunchtime, you know, especially when my husband's done something wrong. Lunchtime, he would just show up, I would open the door, and he would be by the door. He was buying me flowers, massages, and things like that. No matter what, you know, a woman will fall back in love with you, no matter what the strain. Sometimes it could be financial strain, it may not be adultery, it may not be bad issues, but the hustle and bustle of life, children going to school, financial issues, your family making demands, and stuff like that. So once you are able to have this kind of flame and small gestures, you know, just buy her card to show I love you, send her notes, text message, touch, give her a wink on the face, and foot body massage, all these things, cuddles in the morning, you know, it makes a woman reassuring. It assures her, and she's willing to go extra mile for you. You know, date your wife, you know, after church, on take her for cinema, drop the children with your minder or with your parents, and just drive around for 2 hours. And she's like, where are you taking? I just want us to drive and laugh. You know, you see that she's going to unwind and she'll start talking to you like a baby. Just go for ice cream joint, just walk about holding each other and relax. Let her bring the flame back. Let her remember how you met her and remember the vows, and you realize that the home will be more pleasant. So a man needs to really, really do all these things and have time for the wife. The 12th point is, please make your room very, very inviting. Most of us men, we leave this to our women. It's the work of a man as well. Go out when you see things that can beautify your home, bring it back home, make your room, you know, nice bedsheet, buy a nice bedsheet, romantic bedsheet, perfume your bedroom. You know, Proverbs 7:16 was talking about the strange woman, how she decked her bed with fine linens and perfumed her bed. You know, it shows that all these things are what strange women use to invite our men to their home. So you men, bring this thing home and teach your wife. Peradventure, she doesn't know. Most women, especially if they are not exposed, they don't know all these things to be done. Teach her what you could have gone to do outside. Buy it for her. Lay your bed, perfume your bed. Let it be very romantic. Put on a disco light or whatever light, dim light, and both of you just lay there, ravish yourself, look at yourself. It doesn't have to be sex, and just enjoy each other's presence. And so it could be just a Saturday, just stay at home and have dinner and crawl to bed early, no disturbance, and just only the two of you after putting the children to bed, and laugh, look into each other's eyes, renew your promises, renew your vows, and all these things makes a woman knows, oh, I'm going to live the rest of my life for this man, you know, because she sees that you are in control of the steering of the wheel. Most women, when a man is not in control, they want to start controlling. You know, but when you show that you're up to it, you're in the wheel of the car of the marriage, then the woman will submit unto you. Another thing is make the 13th point, learn how to deal with anger and conflict constructively. Men, you don't have to be right all the time. Learn to read decisions that both of you and your spouse will agree upon. Remember, it is us and we, not I and me all the time. So these are things, learn how to accept it when you are wrong, deal with the conflict constructively, own up. If you don't have the answer, tell her, I'm going to find out and I'm going to do research about it. I don't have anything to say now. Just come, you know, and if you've done something, go back to her and say, you know, I found out I was wrong yesterday. A woman will respect you for that because it will know you know what you're doing. But once you just throw everything upside down and you just put up attitude and you want to drag her along, then she becomes rebellious to want to tell you, no, you cannot control me. So to spice up your home, please, these are things that we have to look into. Build unity and strive to be each other's best friends. You know, Go out together, like I said. Remember, she's the best thing that can happen to you. She's the bone of your bone. She's your wife. So strive unity, be each other's best friend. Keep going. Make her your best friend. A man will leave his father and mother's house and cleave to his wife, and two of you become one. Best friends, best pal. You know, the best person that you say anything. If anything happens to you, she's the only one that you want to speak to, because she knows how to reassure you. So build unity, and unity comes from all these things that I've talked about. The final one I'm going to talk to you about this night is share devotional time together. Pray together, read the Bible together, pray for your marriage, ask her if she has any prayer requests. Every new year, before you go into the new year, speak about your visions and what you are looking aspiring to achieve in the next new year, and pray together, hold each other's hand. Once your wife knows that you're praying for her, she will pray for you. She will know you know what you're doing, and the home will be a very better place. So these are issues and these are situations that these are issues that came up, and these are points that I wrote down that we need. Aside from sex, sex is good, but it cannot hold a marriage. It lubricates a marriage, but it cannot hold a marriage. So these are points that we can use to spice up our marriage. I'm going to leave you now, but I pray for you that whoever has issues in their home, the Lord will uphold you. The Lord will give you the wisdom to be the head and to lead your home. So please remember, Proverbs 4:23 says you should guide your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows all issues of life. And Matthew 7:24 says, be a wise builder, because a wise man builds his house. So I pray with you to be wise, build your home wisely. This is Tolakwa Agro saying, God bless you, build your home, the Lord keep you and make his face to shine upon you. I'm going to see you next time, next week, same time. God bless you and keep winning. Bye for now.